Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? 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 Am I audible? Okay. So shall we begin or shall we wait for 5 minutes? Okay, okay, fine. So I'll hold everything as it is. Hello? Hello? Yeah, am I audible? Yeah, I'm not able to. Hello, see, I'm not able to hear anybody. So I'm not sure whether you all can, are able to.
Yes. We can hear you now.
All right.
All right, please go ahead.
All right. All right, friends, good evening, and I welcome you all on behalf of Noor Capital Market NCM Investment for this session about Forex trading. So see, this is a initial session. This is a basic session because this session is specifically organized for them, those who are new, those who want to start or begin their trading in Forex market, and those who are newcomers. Actually speaking, this session is for them also, those who are already experienced, because people, I have seen many people trading into Forex market without getting a basic knowledge, they have directly started trading, and now they are facing so many problems. They don't even know what is the basics of forex. So let's begin. Start from the first thing first. Let's understand what is forex. All right. So it's very simple. The name itself define what is forex. So this is a foreign exchange market. See, it's a forex is a portmanteau of a foreign currency and exchange. So foreign exchange is the process of changing one currency into another for a variety of reasons, usually for commerce, for trading, or for tourism. Okay, at a mutually agreed rate, like dollar getting exchanged with pound, dollar getting exchanged with yen, and so on. So let's understand forex a little bit more. So we are actually not talking about a forex physical market where you go and exchange your currency at the counter, which is a OTC counter. No, we are talking about a electronically run simulated forex market, which is on for 24 hours, 5 days a week. So why everybody is now talking about forex, and why everybody is interested and suddenly getting attracted to forex? Because of various reasons that we'll see eventually. So forex, if you understand the core, so all big banks, they are trading amongst each other for various reasons, as I stated, for commerce, for a trading purpose, for a tourism purpose. So the exchange of currency are always happening amongst uh, amongst two nations or multiple nations, with the help of their nationalized banks or for their various banks. Say for example, these are few banks I have mentioned here. So forex market is nothing but a interbank platform. All right. So how big is forex? So if you will see the size of forex, so recently, as per the report from the Bank of International Settlements, which is a global bank for national central banks, and where the entire settlement is happening, so they stated that the trading volume of forex was some around $6.6 trillion in a day. In a day, okay, as against 600 billions or merely just $0.6 trillion from entire world stocks market. So you can easily see this market is already 10 times bigger. See, we're talking about 10 times bigger market compared to stock market. So no offense, we are not contradicting, or we are not competing with any other market. We are just stating the differences and why one should start trading into forex. So there are multiple reasons. See here, the forex, we just saw the volume are tremendous, 10 times more than the entire stock exchange volume of the world. So this high volume, what does it mean for you? So more volume, high volume means more liquidity. More liquidity means more opportunity. Now how this liquidity will help you, or is of any benefits to you? See, in many share market stock exchanges, supposingly you are trading into ADX and you are holding some share of ASM or maybe some other company, okay, some Dana, or even some company where the volume is not very high. So in that case, supposingly if you want to purchase 1,000 quantity of shares, or let's take little more quantity, 2,000 quantity. So you are a buyer, you want to buy 2,000 quantity of some XYZ stock. So you must have a seller of equal quantity, then only the trade will match and the trade will happen. But if you will see your trading contract, which you receive in the evening on the same day, you will notice one thing, that you might have received this entire quantity 2,000, but in a breakup, like 500, a trade of 100, a trade of maybe 350, and this is totaling 2,000. Why? Because there was no seller with, there was no single seller with the quantity which was matching to your buying requirement. And why this happens? This happens because of lack of liquidity in many stock exchanges and in many shares. Even the stock exchange may be big, but there are few shares where there is always a liquidity crunch. So by mistake, if you want to buy a big quantity, then there will be a problem. There will be a price difference. By the time you buy your entire quantity, there will be a sudden spike in the price and you will have to buy it in such a big range. Okay, so let's come to the point there where your forex liquidity matters. See, in forex, even if you want to trade 1,000 lots, I am not talking about quantity, I am talking about 1,000 standard lots. So your trade will be executed within no time. Your trade will be executed within no times because of this liquidity. So this will help you for a day trading. This is of great importance for scalper. Okay, so naturally more liquidity comes with more opportunities. Then there is one more positive aspect attached with the liquidity is there are no or less chances of manipulation. So I'm sure many of you, those who are trading or those who are investing in stock market, they must have experienced this thing, a manipulation. See, a price or price of a stock is taken from 50 to 200, maybe 10 to 200 without having any fundamentals, without having any sense, so it has been manipulated. So if you stuck up in such a quantity in such a stock, then there are all the chances that you will lose your entire capital. So that will not happen in forex market for a simple reason that the liquidity is very high. Just tell me one thing, $6.5 trillion per day. Who who is the person? There is no single person, there is no single entity in this entire world who can manage any of the forex pair where the liquidity is so high. I mean, $6.5 trillion, it's a crazy volume, man. Understand one thing, there is not a single person who is having $6.5 trillion of net worth in this entire world. So the chances of manipulation are very less. I'm not saying no, there are manipulation, there may be manipulation happening, but those are only news based. So let's not get into that because that is of no use to us. Let's not waste our time discussing all those things. So because of this, there are fair opportunities for all, be it a small investor, be it a small trader, a medium sized trader, or a large trader. The opportunities are equal for all right. So these are few reasons why everybody is now attracted towards forex market. Now everybody started talking about forex market. But one thing, there are few things regarding forex operation or forex trades you must know, that there is a absence of centralized exchange. See, there is an absence of centralized exchange. There is no forex exchange available. All right, like your stock exchange. If you are in Dubai, there is a ADX. Okay. If you are in Abu Dhabi, there is a Abu Dhabi exchange for Abu Dhabi people. Then Dubai capital market for Dubai people, and likewise for every country there is a centralized stock exchange. But here there is no centralized stock exchange. So let's understand how forex trades are being settled and how the entire process is taking place. So supposingly you are a forex trader, okay, you have opened your account, you have an account with your forex broker NCM. So NCM becomes your intermediary, and this intermediary is himself is a liquidity provider, or they are connected with some liquidity provider, or they are connected with some banks. So here each and every bank, understand this difference here, each and every bank act as an exchange. Each liquidity provider will act as an exchange, each bank will act as an exchange, and all your trades will be settled here. Settlement of your trades will be done at this bank or liquidity provider. So let's understand. Supposingly, see, you are the trader, you have NCM Investment as your broker, and for example, just for example, all our trades are routed to Barclays Bank, which is acting as our liquidity provider. So now you have purchased, you have bought some maybe Euro USD, considering that the price will go up. Okay, your trade happened here on MT4 of NCM Investment, and it was routed to your liquidity provider. When you square off your trade or you close your trade, it will come back to your intermediary and it will be shown on your MT4 by default. You don't have to do anything. I'm just explaining the process to you, and from there you can continue to trade, or if you want to withdraw your profit, you can very well withdraw your profit at any given point of time. So this is how Forex market works, and it is totally different from stock market operations because there is a absence of centralized exchange. All right, any query? Shall we move ahead? Fine. So now we will discuss very crucial points here, because everybody, people, they ask me always about one thing. There is one typical question I came across, that how to identify whether the broker is genuine or not. So there are few things you must see into your broker, and with the help of that you can understand that the broker is genuine. So initially, first thing, he should be a STP broker, and he must be using a straight through processing. How this work and what is this STP? So this broker, this STP broker, they typically, what they do, upon receipt of the client order, they pass it on to liquidity provider. Now you will say, what is new in this, boss? Because everybody must be doing that. So everybody should do that, but there are few brokers, those who are not a STP broker, and they are just managing a simulated, unconnected, unauthorized platform. So you must see that your broker is STP. So here there is a absence of dealing desk intervention. So in case of stockbroking, there is a facility that you can call up your broker. There is a dealer sitting to service you. He may pick up your call and he can trade on your behalf in stockbroking. Here there is no such a facility, no such a thing is required. You will be provided your account, which you can open and trade from your smartphone, from your laptop, on your computer, okay, sitting anywhere, any corner of the world. So your broker should be STP broker. Second condition or second criteria, he must be a ECN broker. Now what is this ECN? See, you must be hearing these terms for the first time, so don't get confused. Just try to capture this terminology. Just try to memorize this terminology, so that when you will start trading into Forex, you will come to know, or you should know, that these are things which we have learned in this Forex basic session, and that will help you to find out who is the broker having all these, who is meeting all these parameters, all these criteria. So no doubt here we have NCM, so you need not to run around for searching a legitimate broker or regulated broker. So a broker that uses electronic communication network to give their client a direct access to other participants in currency market. Very simple. Now what is this and how it works? I'll explain you. See, there are so many people trading, millions of people trading at the same time across the globe, across the continents. So what does ECN system do? They consolidate the price quotations they consolidate the price quotations from various market participants, okay, so that it can offer a very tight bid and ask spread to its client. Now, bid and ask spread is what? Buy and sell price. Supposingly, ECN broker, this is a quote for maybe Euro USD. So here is a buyer and here is a seller. So this is a difference of 3 pips, fine. But if your broker is not ECN broker, then you may find that there is a very big gap. There is a very big spread which is not at all feasible for a day trader, not at all feasible for a scalper, and not even for a positional trader who is meant to trade in a big large quantities. So this is possible because of ECN. So your broker should be a ECN broker. All right. So what it does, this ECN broker, it has a tie-up with liquidity provider, tier 1 liquidity provider. It takes the liquidity interbanks rate, pass it on to the traders, banks or brokers and get the order, and this order then routed to the liquidity provider. So this is a very big process, but it is done with a very sophisticated, robust algorithmic system which is working 24/7 for your service. So I'm just making you aware of the processes. You need not to get into all this, need not to worry about all this. And then there is very important criteria. Your broker, either he should be a liquidity provider or he must have a tie-up with few of the best liquidity providers. Why is it so important? Because this liquidity provider, they act as a market makers. Now I have given you one example 2-3 slides before, when we were discussing liquidity. All right, supposingly you have 100 lots of any XYZ currency pair, and if you want to sell it, you place a sale order, but at that point of time there are only 50 buyers in the market. So what will happen? Your 50 lots will get executed, but what about those other 50 lots? So these 50 lots will be taken by liquidity provider. So what he has done, he provided you a liquidity without you knowing what is happening behind the curtain, what is happening behind the screen. So behind the screen, these are the things which is happening, and this is the importance of liquidity provider. In case of liquidity crunch, he will become a buyer or seller for you, okay, and he will honor your trade. Your trade will not be dishonored at any point of time in presence of liquidity provider. Getting my point here? So your broker, if he himself is a liquidity provider, then nothing like that, or he must have a tie-up with few good liquidity providers in the market. Let's not get into the detail of liquidity provider, okay. And the most important of them is your broker should be a regulated broker. He must have obtained few of the best forex regulations. So NCM Investment is regulated by the Capital Market Authority of Kuwait, and Kuwait regulation is considered to be one of the best and one of the tightest regulatory body for forex operations across the globe. All right, so we have regulation of CMA Kuwait, and other international operations includes in UAE Shua Capital PSC. It is regulated by Securities and Commodities Authority. Turkey, it is regulated by Capital Market Board CMB, and in Jordan, regulated by Jordan Securities Commission. What does it mean? It means our broker is multi-regulated. It's not regulated in some British Virgin Island or Vanuatu or some some small or improperly managed regulators, So we are regulated by one of the best regulatory body in the world, that is CMA Kuwait. All right. So now, boss, the main question still remains unanswered for few of us. Why Forex? I'm happy with my commodities trading. I'm happy with my stock market trading. Why you are pushing me to Forex, boss? So let me explain why you should come into Forex. Rather, why I started into Forex. See, I have an experience of 22 plus years. I started with stock market, then I have done trading in commodities. Still, I'm doing trading in stock market and commodities. But my experience is whatever percentage return I could generate from commodities and from equities, I started generating much more percentage return from Forex. So that is what made me to shift from commodities or equities to Forex trading. So here there is a myth that many of the people, you will hear saying that for Forex trading you required a big amount of money. Absolutely wrong. There is no such a thing. You can start your investment trading with a minimum investment. Anyone and everyone can trade in Forex, and that is why today's session has been conducted just to make you aware that don't fall for any wrong perceptions. Come to us. We will explain you how Forex, what Forex is, how to trade into Forex, how to open account, which all pair you should start trading with, and so many things will teach you. Even fundamentals, technicals. In coming sessions, we're going to talk about fundamentals of Forex. We're going to talk about technical aspect of the Forex, and so many seminars are in line. So another point is minimum time commitment. Now this is contradictory, right? Few slides back, I'm telling you that this is 24 hours market. Now I'm telling you that there is a minimum time commitment. How's that? I'll explain you in coming slides. Believe me, you have to give only 3 to 6 hours per day, and that is more than enough for becoming a Forex trader. This is a 24 hours market. Doesn't mean that you should be sitting in front of your screen whole day and night. Absolutely not. So I'll tell you which is the right time to trade into Forex. So you will choose according to your time availability, that this is the suitable time for me and I'm comfortable with this time. And important, there is a 400 times more power, not 500, sorry. In NCM, we give maximum 400 times leverage, which is much more than enough. See, again, I'm referring to stock market. Whenever we used to trade into stock market, we used to get 10 times leverage. If I want to have 15 times leverage, I had to take a special permission from the branch manager and so on. If I wanted to have 20 times leverage, then I had to take a special permission from another 4 to 5 people. So I believe everybody must have faced this problem while trading into stocks. But here you have given a power of 400 times without asking for anybody, without calling to anybody. So those who are, see, understand one thing, more power comes with more responsibility. Mark my word, more power comes with more responsibility. So you must use this power of leverage very responsibly. Again, we are going to conduct a session on leverage separately, how to calculate leverage, how to calculate margin, how to manage your trades, how to manage your risk. So, but those who are skilled trader, experienced traders, knowledgeable trader, they can very well take the benefit of this leverage. Then no rollover required if you are trading into spot. There are future, there are spot, both are available. So if you're trading in a spot, you can very well save on the cost of rollover. Rollover means Supposedly, if you are trading into stock market again, and if you have a contract which is expiring on September, and if you still feel that trend is in your favor and you want to continue that uh, position, but you cannot do so because your contract is expiring in the month of September. So you will have to square it off. I mean, sell it. If you are in buy, you will have to sell it and you will have to buy another contract of October. So you are paying commission here, you are paying commission here, plus there is a spread which will eat up your profit. If you are in profit, it will be reduced from your profit. If your trade is running in loss, it will add to your loss. So all this cost will be saved if you are trading into Forex. All right, shall we move ahead? Okay. Now there is another major benefit is a global exposure which offers more flexibility. Because see, here there are lot of options available. If supposedly for any reason uh, forex market is not moving, currency pairs are not moving, then you have options of commodities. You can trade into gold, you can trade into silver, you can trade into crude oil. If that is also not moving, you have CFDs to trade into. So the options are more because of global exposure. And of course, less currency to focus on versus more number of stocks. See, I'm not against stock market. Understand one thing. If you want to invest for medium to long term, or if you want to build your portfolio, stock market is the option. Okay, you will have to invest into stocks for a long haul. But if you want to trade, then Forex is the best and the much better platform as compared to any other tradable assets as of now in the world. Okay, so here the less currency is to focus on. Why? For a simple reason. See, even in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Kuwait, Jordan, Turkey, there are so many companies. Even in India, there are so many companies who are waiting to be listed into stock markets. So every month there will be a addition of new companies, new stocks into stock market. So at a time, it becomes really very difficult and impossible to track all the stocks which are listed in the respective stock market, which is not possible for any humans. And I believe we are not superhumans. So let's focus on where there are less currency pairs. And my favorite is it respect technical tools. If you are a technical analyst, if you want to learn technical analysis, if you are already using or doing technical analysis, then believe me, this platform Forex, it respect to all your technical tools better than any other segment. Why? Again, for a simple reason that there is high liquidity, less or no manipulation happening. So all currency pairs, all CFDs, they are moving or fluctuating by the force of demand and supply. And anything and everything which is moving by the forces of demand and supply can be analyzed with the help of technical tools, technical analysis. So it's a good news for those who are interested or technical enthusiast. This is the market for you. And then, of course, you are earning in USD and spending in local currency. Well, it may not be applicable to few European countries or Canada though, but our Gulf countries or even in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, yes, it is very much applicable. And I mean, you are using, I mean, you are earning in USD and spending in your local currency. That itself is an advantage to you. And there are more flexible risk management strategies available. Let's not talk about this because this is an initial session and it will divert us away from our main topic. And historically, yes, it is proven to be a recession proof because there cannot be a recession in forex market. Understand one thing, there can be a recession in the economy, there can be a recession into a particular segment of the economy, macroeconomy. Okay, there can be a recession in any country, particular country, but there cannot be a recession in forex because it will be always fluctuating. It will be always fluctuating. Okay, and this fluctuation is our opportunity. So I think there should be no more reason, no any reason required that you should say that I am not convinced or I am not ready to, take this forex trading as my career. So if you see, even if you take into consider 20 forex currencies, and if you start combining them, so this combination will lead to more than 100 pairs. So which are the currency pairs you should focus, particularly when you are a newcomer? So most successful traders, as I mentioned here, they mainly trade into the most common and liquid 7 pairs, which are also called as the majors. So first among them is Euro USD and followed by this 6 currency. Now why Euro USD is mentioned separately and top of all is because Euro USD alone contributes almost 54% of total forex volume. Imagine friends, 54% of the total forex volume is generated by Euro USD. It is that big pair. I mean, some around $3.5 trillion US per day, which is much higher or more than so many economies. I mean, GDP of so many countries. So you can understand the depth and the power of Euro USD, the depth and the power of forex market. And you can choose any two of them or maximum 3. See, you don't try to be a superhuman. Don't try to be meta human. Okay, just focus on 1, 2 or maximum 3 currency pairs and that's it. See, you are here. What is your purpose to trade into forex? Your purpose is to generate a income, generate a profit. So let's focus on generating profit. Let's focus on making profit. Don't try to be a PhD holder. Don't try to be a scientist. You are not here to become a scientist. Understand one thing. Okay, so just focus any two of these measures and you are through. So there is one more very important aspect of currency which you must know before you start trading into currency market, and that is currency exchange rate. Now how it is actually taken into consideration. So currencies are quoted into pairs and in 5 decimal points. Earlier it used to quote in 4 decimal points, but of late many major brokers, they have started offering 5 decimal points because it offers a great liquidity and fair discovery of prices. Now currency pair are always quoted in pair. So the first currency is called as a base currency and the second currency is a quote currency, and the fourth decimal point is called as a pip, and this smaller one, fourth decimal point is called fifth decimal point is called fractional pip. Okay, so those who are beginners, newcomers, for them you may find it confusing, or you may not think that you will remember it, but believe me, once you start trading into forex, this will become a part of your day-to-day life. This is going to become a part of your day-to-day life. So don't worry about it. Even if you are not able to understand today, you will get to know each and everything once you started to trade into forex. So this is simply means, if I want to buy 1 GBP, see, base currency is always 1. Base currency is always 1. Then what is this? 1.2160. So if I want to buy 1 GBP, I will have to pay 1.2160 USD. It is that simple. Again, I'm telling you, don't try to understand each and every word and each and every point which we are discussing today. Just listen it carefully, and when you will start trading into forex, you'll get to understand each and every bit of it. All right. And this type of sessions are going to be conducted very regularly. So in the same session, you can again reappear, you can again join the same session for your better understanding. And as they said, there is a exception to everything in this world. So here also there is an exception, where while all other currencies are quoted in 4 decimal points or 5 decimal points, JPY, all Japanese pair are quoted in 2 or 3 decimal points. Why? See, let's not get into it. This happened way back when during Second World War, there were atomic attack, atom bomb were being dropped on 2 major cities of Japanese, and Japanese economy were completely collapsed, and then they had to rearrange their JPY valuations. So since that time, it has been calculated in 2 decimal points. So USD, JPY, as per the rule, USD being a first currency is a base currency, JPY is a code currency, and second decimal point, after decimal, second point is a pip, and the third point is a fractional pip. And here the simple meaning is 1 USD is equal to 106.62 Japanese yen. All right, shall we move ahead? Fine. So now we have discussed, or we have heard this pip so many times. So what is this pip actually? So pip is nothing but, it is called as a percentage in point, it is called price interest point, but the crux of the story is it is the smallest change in the value of any given forex quote, and this pip is going to be a part of your day-to-day life. Your life will be on a pip dependent. When you become a forex broker, your life will become a pip dependent, and you will start talking that today I have earned 20 pips, today I have earned 50 pips, I had a positional trade and I am now running into 100 pip profit. So pip will become your life, and the pip will change your life for good. So pip, as we understand here, smallest change in the value of any given forex pair. So in this GBP USD, we are taking the same example. Supposingly it has moved from 2160 to 0.2166, so it is a movement of 0.0006, yani ki means 6 pips. All right, 6 pips. And in Japanese pair, 2 decimal point is your quote, it is quoted in 2 decimal points. So if it is moving from 106.62 to 106.98, that means there is a movement of 36 pips, and that is how pips been calculated. Okay, great, good to go. Let's move ahead. Let's quickly go through the contract lot sizes, because this is again a little bit complicated or confusing for a newcomer especially. See, a standard lot of any forex pair is always in a 100,000 units of base currency. A standard lot comprises of 100,000 units of base currency. So when you buy a standard lot of Euro USD, that means you are buying 100,000 euros against or with US dollar. Got it? And the other lot sizes are, you see, this is a standard lot size. So that doesn't mean you always have to trade into such a big lot or a standard lot. You can trade into mini lot also. You can trade into micro lot also. So micro lot is comprises of 1000 units of what? Base currencies, and this is shown as 0.01 on your screen. It is represented like this on your screen, and the PNL per 10 pips would be $1. So you can start trading with mini lot. Slowly you can increase your lot size, and then what is this? And then you come to this level. So this becomes what? Your mini lot. So 10 micro will bring you to 1 mini, and same way 10 mini will bring you to 1 standard lot. All right. So nothing to worry about. You can start with a small micro lots. So see, here so many mentors, so many people you will hear saying that once you start trading or practicing with demo account and all that. I don't believe in demo account, believe me. You must open a real account, put a small amount, whatever a small amount you can afford, very small amount, and practice on a real money. Why this micro lot? Because in this micro lot you will actually get to know how to put a trade, how to put a stop loss, how to put a your take profit order, how to modify all those order, you know. So operational part, I believe you will understand much better in real account instead of demo account. Okay, and then slowly gradually you can increase your lot sizes, you can increase your capital. Okay. There are so many contract lots available, but for the beginner it could be confusing. I will not go into detail of all those things. So this is gold, silver, and crude, all dangerous people, all dangerous contract. I will recommend, or I will suggest newcomers to stay away from this breathtaking, suffocating. I mean, see, for newcomers, why I'm telling, because these are very highly volatile. Silver highly volatile, gold highly volatile, crude again highly volatile. So if you are newcomers, if you don't know details about this gold, silver, I mean fundamentals or technicals, if you are not aware about uh, the impact of various datas on the prices of this particular gold, silver, or crude, then it can be very dangerous and it can wipe out all your capital. So newcomers, yes, stay away from this. Or if you want to trade, if you are so passionate about trading into gold or crude, start with a micro lot, get the feel of it, understand the risk behind it, and then slowly you can increase your volume. Same is the case with all CFDs. Okay. Now, how the profit and loss has been calculated, I just taken an example. This is not example, this was our actual trade which happened a long back. See, we have given a short call of GBP USD. It was generated at a rate of 1.2160, and we book a profit. This is day 1 and this is day 2. It was a positional trade. It came down below that level, but we squared off at 1.2083. It was a sale call naturally. So our gain was 79 pips. Okay, 79 pips. So if you are trading into one standard lot into 79 pips comes to 790 USD. And for that, if you are using leverage of 1:400, your capital requirement is just $250. That is very crazy. That is absolutely crazy, and I don't recommend to use entire leverage. This is absolutely suicidal. Okay? But this is the power of Forex. I mean to say, this is the power of Forex. Anything and everything can happen. Everything is possible if you are managing your risk properly, if you are managing your trade properly. All right. Another example, same. This was a positional trade into USD CHF. Entry level, exit level. This was open for, this was day 1, day 2, day 3, 3 days, and there was a gain of 92 pips. There was a gain of 92 pips, and such is a power of Forex. Such are the opportunities to mint a lot of money into Forex, provided you should know. Now see, I am sharing my chart with you. I have shown an arrow here. I have 4 to 5 reasons why one should take trade here in this range. For that, you need to learn technical analysis properly, thoroughly, and then you can take an informed decision. If you become informed, once you become an informed trader, you can do wonders in Forex trading. Okay. Now, the most important part of Forex trading, why Forex, has achieved this milestone of 6.5 or even $9 trillion per day during this lockdown, because of its leverage facility. So Forex is a high leverage instrument and it should be used very, very carefully. So here you will get a leverage of 1:100 or up to 1:400 in our NCM, which means you can buy one standard lot with the margin of just 1,000 in case of 1:100, and with $250 of your margin in case of 1:400 leverage. So as I mentioned earlier, I am repeating myself again and again. If you know how to use leverage properly, you can do wonders. But yes, trade management and risk management are the most crucial part of Forex trading, which one must not ignore. So let's understand leverage a bit here. For one standard lot, if I'm utilizing $1,000 in my account, if there are $1,000 and I am trading into one standard lot, that means I am using 1:10 leverage. How simple? One standard lot comprises of 100,000 units divided by $10,000, which is 1:10 ratio, correct? Now, if I am using 1:40 leverage, I should have $2,500 in my account. If I am using 1:100 leverage, I should have $1,000 in my account, but this is only 1% margin of this standard lot. This is just 1%. Which amount is my $1,000, which is lying in my account, is just 1% of the total contract size I am getting into using 1:100, which is very risky. Still, it is manageable because there are only 1% fluctuation is most unlikely to happen in any currencies in a single day, but still it is a big risk. And just imagine, if you are using 1:200, that means you are sitting only on 0.5% of backup. If you are using 1:400, means you are sitting on just 0.125% of backup, which is very dangerous, and this can be wiped out within a fraction of seconds if the trade moves against you. So use your leverage very carefully, because this is, as I said, 24/5 market. For the rest of your life it is going to be there. So why you are in so hurry? I mean, you want to make all the money in the world in one single trade or one single day? That's not going to happen, my brother. So use it carefully, and we are here to help you in all technical aspect, all fundamental aspect, even in your account management and fund management. All right. Now the $1,000,000 question is, if it is 24 hours market, which is the best time to trade into this market? So from the different time zones across the globe, there are 3 time zones overlaps. I mean, the time zones overlap 3 times, meaning 2 markets are traded concurrently. So let's see, these times are 4 in the morning till 10 in the morning as per Gulf Standard Time, and 5:30 to 11:30 in Indian Standard Time, where Sydney and Tokyo are trading simultaneously. Then another time is 10:30 morning to 12 in the noon as per GST, when Hong Kong, Germany and Euronext are trading simultaneously. They are overlapping, and the best time is 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. as per Gulf Standard Time, when London and New York, the biggies, are trading simultaneously. So you will notice during this time you will see more volatility, more volume, more opportunity naturally. So in forex trading, when 2 markets are open concurrently, there is usually more volume and more volatility, and that is your opportunity, that is your time. So those who can manage to wake up early morning and trade, this first is best suitable for them. This is for all. So I believe 10:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. GST would be the most ideal time to trade into forex for all Gulf traders. All right. And during these times, what happened during New York time? It is the best time to trade into USD AUD, Euro USD, GBP USD, USD CAD, gold, US 30. I forgot to mention gold and US 30. You will see a lot of fluctuation in that. Then, okay, S&P 500 during Tokyo time here. Second one, Tokyo time is little early, but those who like to wake up early, they can trade into USD JPY, AUD JPY, GBP JPY. Why? Because you'll see a lot of fluctuation happening during this market, because Tokyo takes the largest bulk of Asian trading. And believe me, my friend, Bank of Japan has a heavy influence over forex market across the globe. Bank of Japan has a heavy influence over forex market. So this is also a good time to trade into forex if you can manage to wake up early. And London, of course, 12 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. As I mentioned, it's the best time to trade into forex for GST traders. UK dominates the currency market, needless to say, worldwide, and London is a central trading capital, and almost 34% of global trading volume is happening from one city alone, and that is London. So you can imagine the amount of volatility and volume during this time of period. So you can trade comfortably into Euro, USD, GBP, CHF, GBP, JPY, Euro, CHF, German 30, UK 100, all right, and even US 30 for that matter. So am I clear? Okay, let's move. So for newcomers, I always mention this is my favorite slides. The next 3 slides, including this, is my favorite slides, because I know these newcomers, they get fascinated by the movement in gold, they get fascinated with the movement in silver, in more volatile GBP pairs. So these are very highly volatile pairs. This is gold, this is silver. I mean, see, this is the average pip per day, 2,900 pips of movement per day average past 3 weeks. Okay, silver 960 pips ka movement, GBP New Zealand dollar 173, and look, I have taken all the pairs whose volatility was above 100 pips. Okay, so newcomers must avoid trading into all these forex pairs. They must avoid because they see, since you are new, you are not aware of the risk reward ratio, you are not aware of the trade management, you are not aware of the risk management. So there are chances that potentially you may not be able to manage the fluctuations happening suddenly in this currency pair. So clearly no for these pairs for newcomers. Yes, you can very well think of these pairs who is offering you a moderate volatility. Moderate volatility means below 100 pips a day, in a range of 70 to 100 pips a day movement. So here you have so many good options. You can very well get into this. Or for a risk averse, a person having a less risk appetite, you can think of starting your trading with any of these less volatile currency pairs. Am I clear with this? All right. So again, $1 million question: why forex? So I told you initially also that this is a 10 times bigger market. That means there are 10 times more possibilities. There are 10 times more opportunities. Now here I am showing you two pictures why these people are relevant to this topic, why forex. See, this gentleman, first one is George Soros. Okay, George Soros, and wait a minute. Okay, and Mr. Warren Buffett. They are giants in their field. George Soros is the king of forex trading, and Warren Buffett, as everybody knows, is the king of investing in stock market. So what is the relevance of these people with forex? See, these people, they have born and brought up in USA. Okay, they born and brought up in USA. So my question to you, if these two gentlemen had born in a poor country where the GDP is less than $1 trillion or even less than $500 billion, in a poor country, had they been so much successful? Had they been where they are today? No. Why? Because a person can generate that much of amount. Your money grows at the rate of the GDP. At the rate of your country's GDP is growing, you can make money at the same rate, plus or minus 10-15%, not more than that. So why I am quoting this example to you? Because whatever experience you had in your trading career so far in commodities or in equities or in bond market, if you want to change the results, you will have to change the platform, and the forex is the best platform and the biggest platform. So if you want to get a more opportunity, if you want to make more money than what you are making, you have to come to the biggest market of the world, and that is forex market. I think nothing more needs to be say beyond this. So I wish you all the best for your journey. We are no doubt will be available for your service. We will be there for your support all the time. You can contact us on this number. Our all UAE traders can contact Mr. Anand Shankaran sir. He's the head of sales UAE desk, and these are the contact details where you can reach to Mr. Anand. All right, friends. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much for attending, listening, and giving your precious time today. So if you have any queries, questions, we are open for the discussion. Hello, Mr. Anand, am I audible to you? Hello, hello. Okay, so if anyone has any queries, any questions, we can discuss. We are now open for the discussion. If there are no queries, no clarification required, I'm more than happy. That means I'm able to convey the message to you properly, and you are fully convinced you understood each and everything what I wanted to, or I tried to deliver. So I wish you all the best for the never ending journey of forex trading. Yeah, Anand sir, you can conclude the session. And guys, we are going to continue this kind of informative session for you, and very soon we'll see you in another session, and that will be a next step, a step ahead of today's session. So we are planning to take a session on multiple sessions on like fundamentals of forex, so fundamental factors affecting price movement of the forex, then technical analysis. Then we are discussing on trade management, risk management, where we will be discussing on leverage. We'll be discussing on various other aspects of forex trading. So stay tuned with us, and we'll see you soon in our next session. Till then, thank you so much. Take care.